Namaste. Hello everyone, welcome to Teach Nepal. In this video, I'll deal with the adjectives and adverbs from grade 12 compulsory English that's mentioned in grammar part of Unit 8. So let's get started without getting any delay. Here in this video, I'll deal with the basic things about adjectives and adverbs, the rules and some structures related to them, and the textbook exercises given there. Now, let me get started. So at first, we need to know what is meant by adjective. Adjectives are the words that describe the qualities or states of the nouns or pronouns, right? कुनै नाउनको बारेमा कुनै क्वालिटी देखाउने अथवा नाउनको अथवा प्रोनाउनको अवस्था जनाउने कुरा वर्डहरूलाई we call them adjectives. So the adjective, it is one of the word classes. It modifies a noun or noun phrase or describes its reference, right? Noun अथवा pronounलाई describe गर्ने काम गर्छ यसले. For example, beautiful girl, right? Small house. So girlलाई चाहिँ describe गर्ने काम गर्यो र हाउसलाई describe गर्ने काम गर्यो. In this way, adjectives they describe or they define, modify the noun or pronoun. So an adjective is a word which describes or gives more information about a noun or pronoun. Examples: beautiful flower, big house. So here, beautiful and big, these are the adjectives because these words they modify or they describe the words like the noun, like flower and house. Next, adjectives are words that describe or modify or add meaning to other words. They are usually placed before noun or pronoun that they modify. जुन noun अथवा pronounलाई modify गर्छन् गर्छ त्यो adjectively, right? They are kept just before or they are mentioned just before the noun or pronoun. For example, a blue bird. Here, bird is being modified or bird is being described. So a green bird, right? A bird, no adjective here. Only a noun phrase. A yellow bird. So these yellow, green, blue, these are the adjectives. And after these adjectives, you have given the word bird. Okay, noun. So here we compare the adjectives, or we while comparing the things, right? We use different kinds of adjectives, different form degrees of adjectives. You can see positive form of comparative form and superlative form, or comparative degree and superlative degree. Big, bigger, biggest. Tall, taller, tallest, right? Interesting, more interesting, and most interesting. In this way, we use the degrees of comparison to talk about the things or to compare the things. Adjective is used, positive is used to describe something. The car is big. Comparative is used to compare that one thing is more better than something, right? So दुईटा कुरा बीच चाहिँ comparison गर्नलाई चाहिँ हामी comparative form use गर्छौं, right? er अथवा more plus adjective form use गर्छौं. Superlative चाहिँ to compare the things in group more than two, हैन? दुईटा भन्दा बढी भएको ग्रुपमा compare गर्नको लागि चाहिँ we use superlative form. est or more, most plus adjective form. So the reason that clean, cleaner, cleanest, the cleanest, clean, clever, cleverer, the cleverest, confused, more confused, the most confused, right? Difficult, more difficult, the most difficult, dirty, dirtier, the dirtiest. This way we can write the positive, comparative, and superlative form of the adjectives. Now let's talk about adverbs. So in the previous lesson also we discussed about the adverbs. An adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, right? An adverb, sorry, an adjective, or that is can be any other word, right? So adverb, the main purpose of adverb or the main function of adverb is to modify or to show the manner of doing something, right? कुन काम कसरी भयो भन्ने कुराहरु देखाउनको लागि adverb use गरिन्छ, right? How, where, when, how much, how often, right? Quietly, above, now, quite, always. These are some of the adverbs. You have been given the list of adverbs also there. So adverbs: nicely, seldom, softly, never, to, mostly, slowly, always, well, exactly, very often. These are some of the adverbs. So you can see the comparative and superlative adverbs, right? Adverb also can be comparative and superlative. Adverb: little, less and least, well, better, best, slowly, more slowly, most slowly, happily, more happily, most happily, early, earlier, earliest, fast, faster, fastest. All right. So you have been given some examples from textbook. So the trash is wrapped in neat bundles, right? We realize that Shodai is a part of large cycle. In the morning, the choicest items are gone. I looked around. I looked around me quickly and happily picked up one bookcase with both arms. So here you can find out which are the adjectives and which are the adverbs. The ones which have come before the noun, they are adjectives, and the one which have come after the verbs, they are what called adverbs. So need, right? Larger, choices, these are the adjectives, and quickly, happily, these are the adverbs mentioned there. Now you have been given the questions from the textbook. These questions they have been given in your textbook, so please see these things properly. First do it on your one. पहिला आफै गर्नुहोस्, त्यसपछि तल दिएको आन्सर चेक गर्नु मिल्छ कि मिल्दैन भनेर. अलराइट, सुरुमा आन्सर हेर्नुभयो भने it might not make you confident enough, right? So use the words from brackets to complete the sentences. This house is very small. I want to buy a house. One. Must big one or big one? Or you have to write the comparative form, right? Use the word from bracket to complete. So the house is very small. I want to buy a one. Much plus bigger we need to write. Okay, comparative form हुन्छ कि superlative form हुन्छ कि affirmative form हुन्छ कि. Okay, so कुन form suitable हुन्छ त्यो फर्ममा लेख्नु पर्ने हुन्छ. I like the magic show. It was better than I had expected. It was far exciting, right? It was very cool yesterday. It's better today. It is a bit warmer today. The warmer the weather, the better I feel. The warmer the weather, the better I feel. Okay, so in this way, we have to use these things up to number I. You have been given questions. Please go on checking the answers after you fill up or after you write these things. Okay, similarly, please go. Let's go to the next question. Number C, rewrite the following sentences with the sentence beginning given below. So these kind of comparisons are somehow difficult. Please, you can be given or you can be asked such questions in your exam, in board exam. Please pay attention to these things. Right? As you have not done these things before, rewrite the following sentences with the sentence beginning given below. Kabir is less intelligent than he pretends, right? Kabir is less intelligent than he pretends. उसले चाहिँ pretend गरिरहने हुन्छ, बहाना गरेर हुन्छ. उसलाई right, उसले चाहिँ आफूलाई intelligent छु जस्तै हुन्छ, but he is not, we can say, as intelligent as he pretends. जति pretend गर्छु intelligent छु भनेर, he is not that much intelligent. I am busy today, but I was busier yesterday, right? So I was busy today, but I was busier yesterday. आज भन्दा हिजो busy थिएँ. So I am not as busy, right? I am not as busy as I was yesterday. म जति हिजो busy थिएँ त्यतिको busy छैन आज भन्ने, right? Next, Hari has lived in Kathmandu for 10 years, but Bikram for 20 years. Bikram has lived in Kathmandu for 10 years more than Hari, right? In this way, you can do these things. I've given you other answers up to number E there in this, right? I don't study as much as I used to. For this, the question is, I used to study 12 hours a day, but nowadays I study only 5 hours a day. So that means I don't study as much as I used to do. All right. So please see the answers of number C, instead number E. Then you can go to number C, rewrite the following sentences with the sentence beginning given below. He earns 30,000 rupees a month but spends 40,000. He spends more than he earns. Right. Next, there is no other mountain higher than Mount Everest in the world. Mount Everest is the highest, right? Highest mountain in the world. The place was nearer than I thought. It was not as far as I thought, right? It would be. In this way, you can write. Bharat can play better than Mohan. Mohan can't play as well as Bharat, right? In this way, you can do the exercises of this given there. Thank you so much for watching the video. How did you like the video? If you liked it, please give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because your subscription really matters to us in the future to create some better contents. Thank you so much.